Welcome aboard Friday's market wrap up here. TOPGUN Options, Matthew Buckley, call sign Wiz. We have a lot to cover. Hopefully, if you're a TOPGUN Options member, you got your bearish double vertical on last week. We talked about it in our free options weapon school training Wednesday night and then placed the trade Thursday morning. The market has absolutely imploded since that time. My rule of engagement on when to close a Tredge. What's a Tredge? It's a trade that I'm pretty sure is going to make money, and it also serves as a hedge to protect my long-term bullish positions. We close them when there's a violent move in the direction of our strategic mindset, in this case, bear. So printing money in that bearish double vertical. So actually, before we go on, before I forget, make sure you're following our Sacred Warrior Fellowship YouTube channel. We just dropped this one yesterday. This is our why. This is why I started Sacred Warrior Fellowship with my beautiful bride and also Teresa. This one is a must listen to or watch if you want to look at my ugly mug. It's episode 12 on the Sacred Warrior Fellowship YouTube channel, or it's on Spotify or Apple Podcast and wherever cool kids listen to podcasts. But a lot of great content, but please help us boost our number of subscribers. We're really trying to get this healing message out there, especially with everything going on in the world. We need a little bit more peace and love and understanding and a lot less war. Now, speaking of all of that stuff, on Monday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, I'm going to open up the doors to our solo AI member brief. Every Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern, we get together in a live trading room and I knock out our targeting in our AI sector. Opt in, go.topgunoptions.com/solo-AI-live. Wiz, I work Monday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. Well, opt in and I'll get you the replay. I got your 6 covered. And just for opting in, you're going to get a 24-page AI sector cycle brief with the 10 names. And you ready for this? The current positions that I have on in these names. We have a lot to talk about Monday morning at 10 a.m., folks. So make sure you join me or you watch the replay. And before I forget, totally got my rear end handed to me this week with Palantir. I put on an iron condor. It was looking like it was going to hang out in a range, or it was starting to get into a little bit of a range. And look, up, down, up, down. I'm like, hey, I'm going to put on an iron condor this week. Slam. So I got crushed. Remember, folks, if you're ever looking at a financial service that's going to help you learn how to trade, and the instructor just talks about all their winning trades, run as fast as you can. They're lying. Obviously, my brokerage statement's on my website. You can see my win rate. It's pretty damn high. It ain't 100%. It's physically impossible. So I got rear-ended by it was the overall market too, as Palantir imploded this week. So losing trade on Palantir this week. Other good-looking stuff, we got our Psychedelics and some other stuff, or a huge victory this week. Raytheon. Look at Raytheon, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this gap up on earnings. It was 195 going into earnings. It's at 212, and it's going to keep climbing. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you, look at this. After the last earnings, it imploded. Now, you're probably looking at that chart like, man, that stock sucks. Listen to me. That last earnings, what did they do? They reported record earnings, and they raised their forward guidance. What do you do with a stock like that? Do you sell it? No, you buy it. So, but take a look at the run up going into that, right? Look at this massive run from 150 to, 212. So this is called buy the rumor, sell the news. So we sold the news hard, and look at this. Now we are at a record high on Raytheon. So 2-3 months ago, what did I tell TGO members? Sell the wife and kids, mortgage the house, buy Raytheon with both hands, with everything you have. If you listen to me, you got it at 170, as was doing a nice basement here, and then we ripped. We haven't looked back. Now, sadly, Raytheon's going to keep ripping. Look at this. Let me adjust. If you bought Raytheon, come on, man. If you bought Raytheon, there it is. After, sadly, October 7th, when I told you to, you're up 212%. That's creepy. Look, 212%, and the stock's at 212. Wow. Why is that sad? Because I don't want Raytheon to have a rip your face off rally, because that means there's bad stuff going on in the world. The other reason, look at that recovery, man. The other reason Raytheon is ripping is because the president just had the heads of the 5 families, Tattaglia, Barzini's, Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, to the White House and said, speed it up. I got a blank checkbook, man, and you guys need to, we're out of weapons. Folks, you buy, well, if you're sitting here going, well, Wiz, that's great. You know, what have you done for me lately? I missed Raytheon. No, you didn't, man. Until peace, love, and understanding break out, thank you, Sacred Warrior Fellowship, war. We got war in the Middle East, we got war in Ukraine, and war coming to Taiwan and China. They're going to blockade it, they're going to invade, probably not Saving Private Ryan type of invasion, but Xi Jinping years ago, dressed in his Mao outfit, told his PLA generals, you will be ready to invade Taiwan by, you ready? 2027. Take a look at your calendar. Xi Jinping and Putin absolutely love the fact that we're rippling through all our weapons and we can't build them fast enough. You buy a stock like that, folks. So absolutely great week with Raytheon, which offsets that Palantir loss. But this is sad, man. The president is, quote, losing patience over Iran. And I've looked at all the air traffic. I know Raising Cane, I know the chairman, Joint Chiefs of Staff, he and I text every once in a while. He's gone quiet. When Raytheon ain't responding to my text, he's incredibly busy. So that's my indicator that things are going to get worse. We are moving a lot of equipment into the area, medics, mobile hospitals. Man, I don't want any of this to happen, but it looks like it's going to. So here's, oil's ripping higher, and the bond market's starting to break again. I'm feeling it, folks. This is not a good place to be right now. Oh, I love, by the way, our bearish positions on SpaceX. Maybe I'll cover that. But look at that, man. I absolutely love this. We have bearish put 2x1s on SpaceX that are up triple digit in profit, folks. And we're going to keep pounding SpaceX into the dirt. I think this thing's like a $75 stock. And then I'm going to get bullish on it. But remember what I'm also saying, that SpaceX is going to get destroyed by the Democrats. If the Democrats take the House, you can be damn sure they're going to drag Elon Musk up in front of the House Oversight Committee and then the other committee to rip apart Doge, but also to rip apart all his SpaceX contracts and Starlink. And man, it's going to be very bearish for Elon Musk and hit both his stocks, Tesla and SpaceX, if the Democrats win. So I'm going to talk about that Monday. You didn't miss it. You can still get bearish on SpaceX. And there are a lot of threats right now in the AI space, folks. This event in Shanghai last week, or recently, a couple days ago, whenever it was, saying, we're coming for you, United States. It's not even funny. And the heads of the 5 families in the AI sector have gone to the White House and said, help. White House is divided on how to respond to recent advances in Chinese AI. Folks, this is bad. The AI sector, man, big bubble inflating. Is it going to pop? Well, if it does, I don't care, to be honest with you. I actually prefer a pop. I love blood in the streets as an options trader, folks. I love when people panic, I can potentially profit. So it doesn't matter to me, but there are a lot of folks who are going to get destroyed when the air either comes out of this bubble or it pops, right? So a lot of stuff to talk about in our AI brief Monday morning. Atai, Lilly getting bought. Eli Lilly buying Atai was an absolute disgrace. Christian Angermayer got lowballed, and good on Eli Lilly for lowballing him, but bad on Atai for taking it. Still loving Compass and still loving Definium. Those are the names you need to be in. But and I mean, good stuff in the psychedelic space. The House just passed a bunch of great stuff on psychedelics for veterans and research. It's going to the Senate, should pass, and obviously the president is going to sign it. How do I know that? I was in the White House with the president when he signed the executive order on ibogaine back in April. So very, very good stuff going on in the psychedelic sector, even though these guys caved. That was not good out of Atai. They kind of pulled the ladder up and said, we got our money, and screwed the shareholders. But ladies and gentlemen, join me Monday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. Go.topgunoptions.com/solo-AI-live. Do yourself a favor. Download the AI Supercycle report and read it cover to cover, highlighter, notes, whatever, and come armed. Come prepared to the brief. Don't ever show up to one of my briefs unprepared, folks. Show up prepared, ready to go. Why? Because trading is a form of combat. Somebody's going to win and somebody's going to get their ass handed to them. What side do you want to be on? I can level that playing field for you, folks. And finally, sometime this weekend, go to Sacred Warrior Fellowship on YouTube and listen or watch episode 12. It's a very, I get very emotional. It's like yesterday, my initial experience. Whenever I retell what has happened to me on my healing journey, I'm back in it, man. Which is it's a gift. I'm so beyond honored and humbled to be able to do this work and put the ladder down and help others heal. Not just our heroes at Sacred Warrior Fellowship. We also civilians are welcome. Speaking of that, at the end of August 28, 29, 30, you can join us here in South Florida in ceremony. If you'd like to join our fellowship and join us in ceremony, we'd love to have you. Okay, I'm praying for peace, man, but I'm preparing for war and for more potential downside in the S&P 500. Next week, in our primary live trade brief on Tuesday, I'm reloading. I'm putting on another bearish hedge, ladies and gentlemen, Tredge, because I think we have more bad's coming in the Middle East, folks. It's going to get worse before it gets better. I guarantee you. And if you're not prepared, that's on you. You're the tick. You're the trader in command of your aircraft, not me. So join up with our squadron and come check us out Monday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. Have a great rest of your day. Fights on. Namaste. And whiz out. We'll see you Monday at 10.